Beautiful Borgers, welcome to the Borg Assembly number 3. What is the Borg Assembly for those who don't know it yet? It's the time where the beautiful Borgers are about to interactively co-write the white paper and the future roadmap of SwissBorg and of course of the Borg token. On each chapter, we about to talk about some new things that could involve the Borg and the community. And we want to make sure that you vote yes or no to build this financial future altogether. We're going to start for the recap, talk about what happened in chapter 1, 2, and talk about now chapter 3 with the BorgPad. We're going to have the team of BorgPad doing this. It'll be very exciting. And at the end, we'll have the next opportunities about the chapter 4 with Benji. So I couldn't be more excited. So let's dig in right what have happened in the previous episodes in chapter 1. Chapter 1 was all about DEXs or sexes, right? And really empowering ownership. And for this, we had to vote if the Borg token, we would focus really on putting activity on DEXs and being able to avoid the sex traps, the market makers, the high listing fees, and to be better than sex. And what you guys voted for was obviously the DEX. This has really build a lot of momentum, a new narrative around SwissBorg, the Borg token itself. It really enabled as well to be more volatile. As you can guys see, we'd have a lot of days ups and downs. It's no more behaving as it used to. And there's essentially a better price action that's given to people who are buying and selling it as there's less market making on it. Now in the chapter 2 was about Borg ecosystem rewards. As you guys know, we've built always a really great platform to reward our Borg token holders and how you can build this meritocracy by staking Borg. We went a step further than that and we asked you, would the system ecosystem rewards given bigger? And should it be solely given to the Borg token holders? You voted obviously yes. Today we have X-Borg tokens. We have as well if you go to the previous slide, we have Galactica tokens, we have Agora tokens, we have Borgi tokens. So we have a huge reward pool that will go to Borg token holders, which is really, really great. Chapter 3 is all about community power liquidity. BorgPad has been a great mission about SwissBorg, how it really does liquidity bootstrapping. However, all of these deals are happening on chain. So we asked you the question was, if you go to the next slide, should an allocation of every BorgPad deal be reserved for SwissBorg community directly in the SwissBorg app to make sure that not everything is done on chain, but there's a part of it that's done and reserved for our Borg token holders. What did you guys voted for? The winner is obviously yes. A lot of people have voted for yes, essentially. So we'll be seeing this. And the beauty of all of that is that the BorgPad team will actually be talking about how this is going to be done into the app, but as well, of course, we're going to talk about as well the BorgPad, all the initiatives that are being taken. How is this really empowering the Borg token as we know, being listed now, Borg versus 5 different other tokens. There's more in the pipeline. The roadmap is so exciting. And of course, BorgPad is changing day per day. So without further ado, let's bring the Borg Tag team and talk about really what is happening and how you're going to profit from this as you Borg token holders.
Sorry guys, that's the, okay, I was on mute. So sorry for that. So good evening guys. I'll go back To what I was saying, so very exciting to be with you guys. Tonight I'll be representing BorgPad. As you guys know, I've been heavily involved into the BorgPad initiative. I think it's a key element of our ecosystem to create this better than sex reality. And I couldn't be more happy because, as you probably know, guys, it's been more than a year that we evangelized this theme of saying the sex cartel has been so predominant, it's playing out, it's negative for the ecosystem, and we believe a new reality will emerge as a result. And it's happening in real time right now. So we've been right with this thesis, and I believe BorgPad has a huge role to play. So tonight I'm here to represent the team and help you to better understand what is in the pipeline for us. So what is on the menu? We will discuss what was the achievement since we launched BorgPad. Again, it's still a very small team. There is good progress that are being made, and I'm going to talk about them. We are going as well to mention. I come with a mix of news when it's come to the BorgPad utility. Very good news, and then we'll finish by you vote last time, and today we come with very good news when it's come to this voting, something tangible. So coming back to what was the track record. So the first token that we launched was the Borg token. So the unofficial but official somehow token that was created by the community to represent SwissBorg as a meme token. The launch was very successful, not only because of the potential return that the people that were lucky enough to participate materialized, but more importantly, it was a very important experience for the BorgPad team to learn and better understand how to launch effectively on TG. What followed next was the Solana ID token. That again was an alpha. There was an alpha deal that was offered during the summer during this AI batch. We were a big believer into AI, and I think again this theme is playing out in real time. Again, very good performance. 24 hours after we released the token, people already materialized 3.5x. So very fantastic return. And again, we learned a lot. There was a lot of learnings, and we used this learning to do the next launch, which was the Momate launch. Again, a participant into the batch of our AI summer, an alpha deal that was offered within the app. And again, a lot of success, was sold out extremely quickly. The price action was explosive, and it's really good return. So not only we bring extremely good investment opportunity to our community, of course we want to do more, but we learn a lot as well. And there is very clear sign that everything is happening on DEX right now. I think the biggest signal that we have, of course, over the course of the past few days and weeks was the launch of Trump token, right? So when you have the president of the United States deciding to launch his own meme coin and choosing not to do that on SEX, but do that directly on DEX, I think it's the true revolution. If you think about it, Trump is the most TradFi guy you can think of, right? Come from real estate, made this money in real estate. He's not young, right? He's 80 years old or plus, and still hired the team that decided to go on DEX. I think there is not the biggest signal that can happen. So now when I talk with founders, in order to try to pitch them the value of TG on DEX, I start always with that. I say, if the most TradFi guy has chosen to go on DEX to do his launch, you guys that pretend to be Web3 cannot escape this reality. There is no other option for you. You have to do it. So it's very, I would say, positive environment for what BorgPad is doing, and there is few experts that actually can guide teams in the right direction to do TG. So I think the potential, future potential for BorgPad is immense. And because I think the unique value of what BorgPad is offering to people that invest is this predictability over the TG, right? Most of the launchpad you invest, then you don't really know, you don't have clarity when the TG will happen. But the beauty with BorgPad is, as soon as we raise the money and the sales close, you only have to wait for a few minutes for the secondary market, so the TG to effectively happen on chain. So it gives you an instant feedback, right? And I guess that's the most important user experience of this cycle. With Danny, we like to say that we are in a fair lunch super cycle, which means that what the market expects is to be able to trade extremely quickly when they invest. So the result of that is you see the tremendous performance of pump.fun. And of course, we don't want to be a pump.fun. We want to be an enhanced version of what pump.fun is offering. And that's why recently we released this new initiative within the BorgPad that is called the Blitz Pool. So what are the Blitz Pool? The objective of Blitz Pool for the team, and it's a very, very ambitious objective, not saying it's going to happen as soon as I would like this to happen, but the goal is to have this dynamic, this kind of, to have the actively to produce Blitz Pool as a frequency of every 24 hours. So every day, we want to come with a new opportunity for the community. And the Blitz Pool, they are designed for projects that don't want to launch on pump.fun, but are not mature enough neither to spend too much time trying to plan their TG. They prefer to get the feedback from the secondary market extremely quickly. And that's what the design is. So on one hand, we help projects to stand out because they don't have to compete with I think today was another breaking record from pump.fun where they launched 70,000 tokens. It's so big, right? So for project, as you can imagine, it's hard to stand out when you have so much token to compete with. On the other hand, there is many people that feel sidelining, and I'm sure you might feel sidelining as well, right? Because it's hard to live in the trenches, being stuck to the screen and just look at 70,000 token. I'm not even sure in one day we can take 70,000 decision. So can you imagine looking at the screen at 70,000 token and trying to assess if you should invest on that? It's humanly impossible. So Blitzpool are designed to bring you an opportunity as a frequency that is aligned with what a bull market required, which is high frequency, but still give you what we believe is a layer of curation, right? So we'll always meet the project. We'll do a minimal kind of curation. We want to bring more curator as well to the platform because we want to challenge ourselves again to be able to deliver a blitz pool every day. But that's basically what the product is about. That's why we say with Blitzpool, you survive the trenches, meaning you don't have to analyze all the projects being listed on pump.fun. So we save this time for you, and you thrive in the Blitz because this pool most probably, what is for sure is they will launch below a valuation of 5 million FDV. So it's still very early and risky. And we will accommodate project in the range of 500,000 up to 5 million. So you still have let's say the fun of pump.fun, which is the risky part where it could not work at all, or it could be very explosive, but you save all the curation time. So very, very, very confident that this product could really become a blockbuster. The result of that, coming back to the Borg token utility. So for the one that have followed the adventure of BorgPad, initially the goal was to say, every time we raise money through BorgPad, we want to do exclusively that into the Borg token. After we played out with this initiative with the Borgi token and the Solana ID token, we just find out that actually there was some limitation to only do the LBP in Borg. So the model that we gradually moving towards is to do a mix between Solana as a LBP, as a LP, as a paired in the LB and Borg token. It will mitigate a lot of aspects of the limitation that we actually find out by going 100% with the Borg token. So it doesn't change much, to be honest, because we still have the locking of the Borg token within the LP pool. But more importantly, the fees that are generated across all the different pools will be used anyway to burn more Borg token, right? So the first outcome of BorgPad is to create deflationary force for the Borg token, which means that the more LP we will do, the more fees will be generated, and the more fees will be generated. Of course, there is always a split of fees between BorgPad and the project, and it's different in some cases, but a portion of these fees is used anyway and burn the token automatically, the Borg token automatically. So this is the first product that by design create deflation for the Borg token, which is extremely positive on the long run. So that's one. So that's the direct liquidity that is by design. The other range of liquidity that now we're exploring, because just to give you an idea of the roadmap, the first goal was to push the team to have velocity. We're meeting more and more projects, we're meeting more and more people within the ecosystem. We met with the Growth Index, the Meteora team, the Radium team. So we're meeting a lot of people in the space. So there is very, very good awareness from BorgPad. I think, to be in all honesty, the Momate success helped to raise a lot of awareness within the Solana ecosystem, which is good. And by the way, since BorgPad started, it's not the only reason. I think Kairos helped a lot as well, but we basically did a 5x on the number of Borg token holder on chain, on Solana. So it's still a good result. This is not where we should be because it's only in nominal value, it's only 2,500 people, but it's still good. We see like a clear correlation and progress, and that's very important. So the first phase was to be able to say, we want to get known in the space. We want to have projects that knock our doors and say, please help us with RTG. So we want to reach this velocity where we can offer a project every day. The next phase now is to say, because we have that pipeline of projects that actually want to work with BorgPad, then we can start to work on the UX, on the product, and gradually incorporate more utility for the Borg token. So nothing is fixed. I know that Alex Fazel is arguing in favor of a staking mechanism. I'm not a fan of a staking mechanism. I would rather use something more innovative, such as for every pool there will be a whitelist, and if you want to belong to this whitelist, you will have to bid with your Borg token, and the people that will be selected with the bidding auction, we will burn this token. Because again, I strongly believe staking is good, but it only generates a suppression of supply for a period of time, which is good for the period of time that it is true. But for me, the real winning strategy is to keep going with deflationary mechanism. Burning mechanism, in my opinion, is the superior mechanism. So if there is a very hot deal and everyone wants to get on the whitelist, very simple. You bid with your Borg token. If the Borg token if you become selected, then you will have to pay for the whitelist, and this token will be burned. And the more blockbuster pool we will do, the result of that, the more Borg token will be spent and burned. And I think, to me, it's the superior mechanism. But that's just discussion. Nothing has been fixed, and but that's gradually where we are going to more and more invest in the future, is in the product. For now, there was a lot of grind work to be done. Cool. So you guys voted that there is more connection between the SwissBorg app and the BorgPad ecosystem, and we listen. So tonight I've come with a very, very good news, and I'm going to introduce very quickly what's the next deal. And the good news is this deal is going to be available very soon in the app, and we're going to discuss about that. So very proud to welcome to BorgPad this new project that is called ZK-AGI. So for the background story, ZK-AGI is one of the winners of the hackathon that was launched a few weeks ago on Solana, big hackathon. Out of the hackathon, you had this website that is called the Growth Index.ai, I think. So they are partnered with this guy. They are partners as well. They are part of the incubator Aether. So there is a very, very high level of recognition of ZK-AGI within the AI ecosystem of Solana. And what is their mission? Because what we've seen until now is we have all this AI agent. This AI agent mostly are here to, let's say, what they do is they do KOL work. Most of them, right? And it's good. it created the first use case for this AI agent to be adopted, but it's the very, very early days of AI agent. I'm not an expert, but I read things, and what I can read from the market is there is two topics that are extremely important for the next evolution of AI agent. One is interoperability. So there is a need for this AI agent to be able to communicate with each other. That's most probably where the biggest economy is going to be created, meaning that in the future, it's unlikely that you are going to communicate directly with all the agents, but you will have your personal AI agent assistant. You're going to instruct him to do some tasks, such as find me the best yield, farm this token, and etc. And then he's going to delegate this instruction to, okay, you want to have the best airdrop strategy for whatever chain, like Bera chain. Then he's going to consult the AI agent that is as specialty, that is trained to understand all the Bera chain ecosystem airdrop. So that's the way it's going to operate. So interoperability is very important. And the second part is privacy. Because when you communicate with your agent, especially when there is sensitive data, you want to ensure a certain level of privacy and certain level of ZK kind of things. So that's what the ZK AGI, as the name indicates, has built. They have built an ecosystem that AI agent builder can actually build AI agent that end-to-end system that incorporate within their design some privacy in a sense. So they have a bunch of products that will come along with it. I'm not going to enter into the detail of the token, but as you can see, there is multiple utility. The team is extremely motivated. And the good news is it's a blissed pool, so it's going to be a pool with a very low valuation. So what you will find out at the end of this call, and I think that's the conclusion of the discussion tonight, is you will connect to the app, and you will find an alpha deal that will give you the opportunity to participate into ZK AGI. It's not going to be soon. It's going to be right during this call. I think you can check already your app, and it's available. It's a small pool. Again, because it's part of the BorgPad, we want to offer part of the thing that people really like. And when I mean people, I mean project. Is not only the strength of the community, and I can tell you guys, when I met people from today, I was on a meeting with Alex, and instantly people say there is a strong recognition. And the guy was coming from LA. So it's not even that the guy is a European, but there is like the SwissBorg community and stamp is more and more valuable in the space. So couldn't be more proud. But what we offer as well that is truly unique that Pump.Fun and other guy cannot offer is a large distribution. So for instance, this pool is 165,000, but the max investment is 250 USD. See, so it's a large distribution, and there is very little ecosystem that can offer such a large distribution, and that's very valuable. It's very valuable as well for user because it forces them to diversify. It's very valuable for project because then they aim at a very large distribution. And if you have a very tight distribution and you have a small FDV, right, then you have your entire supply that is processed with few hands. It's not healthy. So the job that we're doing all together, guys, is extremely positive for SwissBorg on the long run. And part of our business is to be able to help and list great token and great project. And that's what we achieve hand to hand, and we cannot be more proud. And yeah, as Alex will say, future is bright, and I think everything is turning more and more bullish for us. It's a long run, like always, but yeah, very happy to be in this place right now. So that's for the conclusion, guys. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be here discussing with you. Of course, we can discuss even more, but we'll be back next month. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for the BorgPad team for getting into all these details. I hope you are so excited, and obviously there's going to be happening deals on chain, but as well reserved for you into the app, which is really, really good. There's so many new juicy deals. There's so many new things that are being cooked in the back end. There's so many great, projects that are about to do liquid bootstrapping through SwissBorg and through the alpha as well. So I'm very excited about that. And thank you again for the time explaining. You voted for the BorgPad. It's being done right now. But there's one big thing that I always believed was very important at SwissBorg was meritocracy. And we couldn't get more excited that bringing, the voting and how we could evolve together. And obviously, co-writing this white paper together has been an immense joy for all of us. But now we have big news. And for this, I couldn't be more excited than bringing our dear, lovely Benji talking about how this is going to evolve and how the voting mechanism is going to take place within the SwissBorg app.
Hello. Thanks for the warm welcome. Yes, I'm super excited. We talked about it last time. We teased a little bit that voting was coming in the app, and we showed, I believe, this slide. This slide is beautiful, and it might look even more familiar if you watch this later, because this is actually already in the app, but it's hidden. You won't be able to find it without our help, which is why you need to stick to this video and leave a thumbs up. Now that the cordialities are done, let's dive into the chapter 4.
Yeah, I mean, look, as you probably have, read the first white paper, it was all about meritocracy, right? And maybe you could zoom on how beautiful, by the way, this sweater, as we didn't even talk about it. We could, I think the guys, there's a lot of cool colors coming out, by the way. I mean, meritocracy has been the main thing, right? From the SwissBorg ICO, the white paper, to actually the first utility of the SwissBorg token, right? If you guys remember back in 2018, the first way to have a utility was voting. So you had CHSB tokens. The CHSB tokens would enable you to receive RSB tokens, and the RSB tokens would essentially be able to vote in this protocol of voting, which was one of the biggest on-chain one. And then you would get even rewarded even more in CHSB tokens. So this thing was really well done. And I think that what we strongly believe is how we could go further than that. And Benji, I think so, you nailed it in a beautiful way. Obviously, this is not being built yet. But what do you think, Benji? What's your thoughts about that? And how do you believe, meritocracy is something very important within the SwissBorg community?
I remember that speaking with a lot of OGs, and of course some of the people who are here in the comments, they were talking about this first vote that you did. I wasn't there for it, but I believe it was votes that drove a lot of impact, like if SwissBorg should be in-app or on web. And it was quite close. And people still remember it today and still remember having their impact. And I felt like, okay, if it can't be that important that people remember it for so long, then we have to be able to bring it back and to make it closer to everyone. Because at the end of the day, what you remember is also what you loved most. So the vote this time is, should we implement a merit-based reward system where Borgers can earn exclusive benefits by providing value to the SwissBorg ecosystem? This is a complicated question, but in all, what it tries to highlight is meritocracy, is that fact that we can reward people who have been there for a long time, who have been contributing, who have spent some time, or just who have been interacting with SwissBorg and everything around it. Similarly to how these RSB tokens were distributed upon merit, we would like to do something that's a little bit similar into the app, and we will be teasing a little bit more about it later on. Now, the special thing with this vote is that you can actually take it inside the app. So if you're watching this from a computer, you can scan this QR code and it will bring you directly to a live in-app vote that can allow you to fill it out directly inside the SwissBorg app. And this is the first time that we've ever done it. I'm super excited. I hope nothing goes wrong. It should go fine. Don't worry about it. And just enjoy the experience and let me know what you think. For those who cannot scan the code, we will be sending a notification. You just have to be a little bit more patient, but it will be seamless. The notification will appear. You'll click on it. You'll be directed to the vote, and it will look just like it did on the previous screen that we showed. Now, the big question is, what's next? Borg locking. Now, this is a big one. A lot of people have been requesting a yield. This is not a yield, but we will be enabling locking Borg. and we will be obviously attaching some perks to it. Cyrus, are you excited about locking Borg?
That's the best thing about loyalty. I mean, how you bring it to lock Borg in order to bring utilities behind, that's a great way to, but we've already done this for the premiums, and that has been a fantastic model that many people have been copying us over the last years. And let's just face it, we are, I think, one of the only essentially utility token that has this mechanism. So bringing it a step further, what you're being built right now, I couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. I know a lot of people looking forward to it. I've been told this is inspired by Jupiter. Somewhat, there's a little bit of inspiration there, but I think we did it first because we were here first, and I don't want to give them all the credit for just trying to bring back meritocracy inside the app. But there is a particularity, there is something special that is actually a bit more details about the vote that is ongoing right now. On top of bringing in locking tokens, we would be bringing in XP. So if you own Borg, if you use governance, if you do things that we consider as being valuable, meritocracy, everyone has a shot at doing this who uses the SwissBorg app. We would be introducing, if you vote yes, a currency that allows us to track and to measure, okay, this is how much this person has interacted. This is how much they have been using their time and efforts in order to help the SwissBorg ecosystem grow, and we will reward you for it. And this maybe is a slide that recaps a bit better so you can picture how it would work. And I really think that it can make a huge impact on how we interact with SwissBorg.
100% love the fact that this time we're explaining a bit better, I think so, the concept, and even showing you a bit screens that could be developed if you guys vote for it. So if you vote for yes or if you vote for no, I would obviously go for yes. I think so. Locking Borgs and able to have this, meritocratic XP or meritocratic currency in the app will be a very great way to show essentially how you could reward people. And there's so much more to be done on that. That's, we don't need to cover this here today. But yeah, I hope you guys have really enjoyed the show. It's really important for us to make sure that you are the centerpiece. You are really the people that are taking decisions. We are taking decisions together, and we are co-building, the roadmap and all the strategic decisions that can enable us to become financial free altogether. Benji, thank you so much. Maybe last word.
Thanks everyone for following. I'm looking forward to see what the result of the vote is. And feel free to let us know in the comments what you think.
As always, be healthy, be wealthy, love our Borg and equity. Much love, guys. Take care.